Hello there! I'm Seannyyx, and today I am going to be showing you applied Energistics with a lovely little unit and how to automate the processors, the circuits. Advice first is to get a smart cable, which is one of these. Nice and simple. You need a covered cable, which is just basically a glass cable with that, a couple of fluid crystals, a bit of wool. Yeah, any colour wool, doesn't matter. Gives you a covered cable, which a bit of redstone and glowstone creates a smart cable, and this will just show you how many things are on your system on each side of your brain. The brain being the thing to the left of this cable. Very handy. So as you can see, I've got one so far, which will be the disk drive. The disk drive is classed as being on this connection rather than on the lower connection with the creative energy cell, which I'm using to power the system rather than energy. Anyway, so that's that done, out of the way. Let's get some normal cable. I want some, no, not that one. It looks so the same. I don't know why there's a cable and then a purple cable. Anyway, so let's put a piece on the front here, which I'm going to get my pattern terminal. It's one of them. 64, but one of them is good, so then I can interact with it better. This is quite simple to make anyway. Crafting terminal, which is just a normal terminal, which is just a dark illuminated panel with formation, annihilation, and a logic processor. So you will need to kind of have the processors sort of in the process of making fairly cheap, simple anyway. You need processors for all these. Crafting terminal and a calculation processor, so you will need to have a basic setup of applied Energistics in order to get these starting, but this is going to be showing you how to make them in an automation rather than manually. Although fairly simple, fairly normal, easy to make. So once you get your pattern terminal, which looks like this, you then need to get all your stuff, which looks like that. I have got some things in here as well that I don't want in here, like all the previously created processors. So I'm going to bin all these just to prove a point. Dung, dung, dung. So that's all that gone. So you've got your lovely pattern terminal with all your lovely items, and you're going to need some blank patterns, fairly cheap. Any type of Certus quartz, it doesn't matter what Certus quartz you use, pure, normal, charged, whichever, and some glass. And that gives you patterns. You'll need probably only about 6 of them, I think, maybe 7. So then we're going to take a line out of this section. We'll go 2 across, just so it's nice and away, and we're going to get some interfaces. You'll need 5 of these. So we want a line going along. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you want to keep 1 to one side, because you'll be needing it in a little while, but not just yet. Now you can put these further back if you wanted to and connect them up to the side of the cable rather than putting in the front, but I'm just doing it like this for easiness. So then you want a Inscriber, which you'll need again 5 of. And you want to put this 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can put this one here. So that's the Inscribers. Beautiful, isn't it? And then you want your presses, which I'm missing one. So let me get that. Here we go. So one of each. So you want your silicone press, and put that into the first one. Then you want your logical, which you put in second. You want your engineering, put into third, and your calculation press. I mean, you don't have to put it in that order, but it just seems like the most logical. And you want to leave the end one blank for the moment. Next, you are wanting to get a wrench, because you need to be able to turn these things around. You'll see why in a bit. So I'll turn them around so that all the presses are facing to the left like so. Throat. all nice and neat and in a line. Accent's kind of funny. And on the back of here, you need to hit your interfaces just once at the back, so that they all point into the inscribers, like so. And that way it pushes them straight in. You don't have any problem with it trying to push it to any other devices. And that should be it so far. Pretty, yes? So you don't need just yet, but you are going to need some nodes from extra utilities, which are these transfer nodes, and you'll certainly need at least 3, but I would say 4, because it just makes it a little bit cheaper rather than buying an import push later. And some transfer pipes. Ooh, voice went funny. So you'll be needing these in a bit. What we also need is some hoppers, and you're going to need at least 5 of these, if not 6. Just trying to force this to go to 4. There we go. Magic. That should be enough for that. So I'll get 64 then, just for the moment. So you want to put these like so. And we'll leave that off for the moment. I'll show you how we're going to get around this in a bit. Because if you put it here, you just won't be able to get all the pipes in. But so yeah, we'll leave that for the moment. Anyway, so you want to go here, like a block away, and you want to put a hopper in line, put in the corner, and then you want one of these here, and then want one of the nodes there, and then you want a node on the back, like so. And then you want a bit of pipe, and you want to run this. Oh, yeah, can't put that like way. Has to go there, like so. And connect up to here. It will connect to that, but that's fine. And what we can then do is if we rotate this so that it faces. It's going to be easy to break it into. The professionalism of this one. Put it upside down. Like so. Like so. Okay. We can choose this pipe then. And not use quite so much. If we go from here, not with the hopper, with the pipe, and connect there, and there, right, and we'll just give this a bit of a bash. It should disconnect eventually. Think that one, probably that one. I can never remember which one it is. I think it's that one. I could be wrong. That one worked. Okay, must be this one then. No, how come it's worked for that one but not for that one? This does work. Hold on. There we go. And now this one. There we go. So I just need to adjust these now just so they're pointing in the right way, so that it goes into the side there. And then this one, unfortunately, because it's such a small pipe, it's not actually possible to change it. It's either off or on. Oops, I did not mean to hit that. There we go. So what you'll have to use is a cover, which are usually quite cheap and simple. Any cover for any block, it doesn't matter which one. We'll go with decisions. Yeah, one of those. It's basically just cutting up a plank with a saw of any kind. You just keep cutting it down until you get some covers. Oops. So you got planks down to smaller plank slabs down to covers. Very simple. You get lots of them, and they just go like so. It just blocks that off so it doesn't connect to it and push everything back into the system. So that should then work there. So then you just need your interface, your fifth interface, which goes at the top of the hopper here. Ta-da! Magic. So then you just need to connect that to that by using two pieces of cable. And connect one across to there because it won't share the power through the interfaces, so you just need to share the power across via cable into the inscribers, but they should share all the power along the inscribers, so that's fine. And then if you wanted to, you can put a hopper here, but it will connect here, so you will need another cover, which I will just grab one again, pink. Stick another cover there, and that'll stop it from going into the hopper. And that's pretty much the setting up done. You just need to move all these hoppers now so that they all face into one another like so. Single tapping, single tapping, single tap. And your final one, which probably won't play right, will it? Yeah, no, it just doesn't want to face that way at all. Don't know why. So we need to get our why does it not want to do? Why you not want to do? That's just lame. Anyway, so then you want to put your node on here. You got your fourth node, which connects up to the interface and will push everything back into the network. You don't really need to change anything on there. That should all work fine. But then you need to get your hopper, which should work now, in theory, because it's got something to connect to. Yay! Minecraft physics. Minecraft logic. Right, so they're all connected and they'll go to the node, which will then go into the interface, which will go back into the network. So that is now the system pretty much set up, ready for automation. We have all the presses in the right places, and that one being blank. So now with the mod pack I'm using, I've only got a silicon available with Ender.io. For some reason, something else has erased my Applied Energistic silicon, but this one works fine. So you can get this from putting it in crucible furnace, which gives you a 16% chance of getting it from ironic dust, which is very ironic. You can put clay in a sag mill, and you get some of your clay back and an 80% chance of getting 2 silicons. So that's clay, or you can use redstone and get an 80% chance of getting 1, and most of your redstone as well. So up to you which way you want to do it. Clay is obviously easier because you don't need a silk touch to get the redstone ore. You can also do it with sand, but there's only a 50% chance, so which means you're going to throw a lot of sand in to get a single piece of silicon. And that's it. That's your choices of getting silicone, especially with my mod pack. Normally silicone is available by just smelting down some dust version of a quartz. So anyway, onwards. See, I've got messed up silicon. It looks like quartz, but it's not quartz, and it doesn't smelt down either. It's a pain. Anyway, so we'll get some silicon. We put it in here. Yes, as a marker. And you want to change this crafting into processing menu, so you get 3 lines. Process patterns even. Put your blank patterns in. Hopefully you've already got them. I've already got some silicone, so I don't need to get any more. Come over here, put a piece of silicone in, watch it do its magic. Go away. Ding ding ding. It all goes in, through the hopper, through the node, into the box, and here it is in my system. Put that in there. So you basically say silicone makes silicone pattern. And I want to throw that pattern into the interface that's linked up with the Inscriber that's got the silicone in it. And we're going to do that for all the other things, the gold and the diamond and the quartz. But now we can, oh yes, of course, we can try request, but we can't because we haven't actually got a crafting system up. We're doing the same thing with gold, like so. Same thing with diamond. Same thing with quartz. And then we'll get to the next bit. Okay, so next you are going to need these filters, and you're going to need 3 of them. Fairly easy to make. Extra utilities, 1, 2, 3, get rid of the rest. With these, you will need your circuits and some redstone and a silicon thing, which I've got all in my hand anyway. So I'll lay them out, all 3 separately. So in one of them, you are going to be putting the printed circuits, gold, diamond, and the other one, which I will just get out the computer because I forgot to take out the computer. There we go. Did I? Yes. Just ignore my fan, my laptop's deciding to overheat ever so slightly. So you've got your 3 printed circuits in one of your filters. Done. So then we'll go into the second filter. The second filter, we want redstone in it. Bam. Bam. That's that one done. And the third one. You want to put your silicone, your printed silicone in it. Not just your normal silicone, your printed silicone. Like so. Bam. So they are your 3 filters. You then need to come back over to this unit at the end. And in the middle one, the one that comes off the side and goes into the side of the system. Actually, it's facing the wrong way. That's fine. We can turn that around. There we go. Right, so once you've rotated it so that the 2 panels inside are top and bottom, because you need to be able to put the items in the top and the bottom, and then the redstone goes into the side, you can then put the redstone filter into the side one, and then the top one or the bottom one, it doesn't matter which one. You then need to choose the logic circuits, because that all needs to go into one or the other, and then the bottom one, I suppose, top one if you wanted, can be the silicon, and that should then work. So the only other thing you got to do next is actually make the patterns for the processors. So let's start off by putting the bits in here that we need to get our gold, like so. That's gone straight through into the system and down, and there we are, 1 gold circuit. So I've put that in there, processor even. And we're going to need some more redstone and one of those. No, so that after, and the circuits we're going to need as well. Can I not? Oh, hold on. Remember to make sure you have a copy of the circuit to put into the recipe for the patterns before you put it in. So there we go, 1 gold processor. So next, let's get the diamond in there. So it's ready, and we can put the processor for the logic into the interface at the top of the hopper. So that then shows up on the system, as you can see. Oh, if we get the other processor out, I need some more redstone as well. But if we put these in here, like so, if we put them away, I'll put my silicon away. Professionalism. So that's the diamond one. And we go back and go a diamond processor or engineering processor and make a pattern. And then we need to switch that across, so it's the calculation one, the quartz one. Put the bits in again, wait for it to process. We can put the diamond engineering processor in there. And then we get that, so we update that, get that. And there is our calculation processor. So now we can request all 6 of the items as and when we want them. However, we're going to need a brain, well, a crafting brain, as it were. So that is, when it loads, one of these crafting units, which are fairly easy to make. You need to obviously have the basics of your Inscriber running, as I've said repeatedly. 2 calculations, 1 logic, a bit of gold. You need at least one of these, and you want to make probably a 1K to start off with, which is just a normal storage cell, and then you put it together with the crafting box, and you can upgrade it if you want to 3 and make a 4K, and that can also be upgraded again to the other 2 sizes of 16 things. But 4 should be suitable for most things, unless you're doing a crazy large crafting system. So we're going to put these here, bam, like so. And if we connect it from this section, it classes it as a new part of the brain, so it won't be adding to the other 8 on the other half of it. On this side, it's not added to this. Oh, we've got 2 more spaces left apparently on the channels. You can also use some dense cables, which will increase it to 32 channels, which can then be divided into the 8s. But we won't bother with that for the moment. So there you go, 1 crafting unit, and then you should be able to get rid of all this stuff because we don't need it anymore. If we order a logic processor, let's have 10. Oh, I haven't got enough gold. Hold on. I've got my gold in my pocket. There you go. Try again. Done. There we go. So it's saying everything's available. It needs to be crafted, some of it, and it'll take you 160 bytes, which isn't a lot really. So it'll pick its nearest crafting CPU to put all these in. You can choose which crafting CPU you want. We've only got the one, which has got 1024 in it, so 160 has 1024 is not a lot really at all, but just keep it as automatic. It'll push it all through, and it'll do all it needs to do with its random bits, like so. You can see it's just dropping all the bits in, and then it's putting all the components into here and making the chips. And that's it. That is the basic processor automation for Applied Energistics. I hope this has helped. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now.